Hey y'all, good to see you as always here on Grassroots Gardening. I'm trying to wait out the rain. So I've been on the computer most of the morning. I can't take it anymore. I brought these beautiful Dianthus home from Grassroots the other day. So I've got some Proven Winners. This is Paint the Town Magenta Dianthus. And then this one is Orange Crush Dianthus. Isn't that just a gorgeous flower? So these are supposed to be deer resistant. And y'all know my luck when it has come to deer resistant plants. I almost don't even pay any attention to that terminology anymore because the deer have eaten like everything except for very few plants. But I just couldn't resist it the other day. We had these new plants, these new perennials come in. I said I'm gonna take some home. So we're gonna wait just a few more minutes here. Hopefully we'll find a little break in the rain. And if not, well then we're just gonna go plant in the rain. Oh well, heck with it guys, let's go for it. It lightened up a little bit, but it's still drizzling. I just can't go back in the house and get back on the computer right now. I've got to do something outside. Oh, check it out. Our rising sun redbud is starting to leaf out. This is one of my absolute favorite trees. Look at that beautiful new foliage coming out on it. It's got some flowers. The cool thing about redbuds is the flowers actually come out of the bark of the tree, but it's got its new leaves coming out. Our fig tree is leafing out. It's summertime, man. Trying to wash off all the pollen off of the leaves. It has been pollen season lately. Our vitex, our other fig tree, I forgot which. Let's see which variety is this one. Crap, we didn't do a tag. Story of my life. I have got to do a better job of tagging my plants. I think I'm gonna remember them, and I think that one's Miss Figgy, but then that one might be Miss Figgy. I don't remember. Let's see. I also got a ton of flowers on this redbud. Now this one is our Carolina Sweetheart. Yeah, so we did leave our tag on that one, thank goodness. It's starting to put out some more pinkish type leaves, but covered in blooms. I am excited. And even our little black pearl redbud down here has got its flowers out. What would be really neat if bees will come and pollinate these three varieties, and then we plant those seeds, and who knows, we could have a new redbud cultivar. Anyhow, oh, also in a minute when we get done planting these Dianthus, we're gonna walk down into the woods a little bit. There's a native plant that's blooming right now that looks so beautiful, and I just spotted it just like 10 minutes ago. So back to what we came to do before I got sidetracked. These Dianthus are really a low growing perennial. You could use them to like edge a border or a walkway or something. So we're gonna plant these somewhere up close to the driveway. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna group them together, but let me see what I can figure out real quick. And they can take part sun, but they're gonna do better in full sun. So maybe we'll go up here a little bit right there. We've got a nice big hole in the tree canopy, and they get some more light. So of course I've got my biotone plant starter, and then I've got I had a few bags of different types of compost, so I went ahead and just dumped them in here in this box. So that's what we're going to use to plant the biotone and compost. I'm probably going to have to put you guys in the golf cart because it's starting to come down pretty good right now. I want to kind of group these together so we get a little bit more impact. And we're going to stay out pretty close to the driveway, so maybe something like this. There you go. What do you think about something about like that, guys? That'll give us a nice little block of the magenta colored Dianthus right there. And then I think we'll throw these three Orange Crush, and then the name of them, yeah, Orange Crush Dianthus right here. So as you're coming around the driveway, at least we'll have a little bit blocks of color. And my goal is throughout this planting season is just to put in groupings of different plants. So that being said, if you haven't hit that subscribe down there, now would be a great time to do that. And of course hit the like button. That way you can follow along as we are always planning something new. You guys can follow along and watch it kind of evolve. Once I got my plants kind of where I know I want them, then I'm gonna rake the mulch back so that we can reapply it when we get done digging our hole and adding our compost. Got some hard ground, we're kind of still in the gravel a little bit. I'm gonna take that soil, the native soil, just go ahead and throw it in my bucket with my compost. That way I can blend the two soils back together when we're doing our backfilling. This is the only negative to digging so close to the driveway. Some of that rock has made its way over and the soil is really compacted. So that compost that we add in will be super important to the survival of the plant, since this soil is so super dense and compact. Thank goodness these are only 1 gallon plants, because I sure would hate to dig a bigger hole. But you see, we're in some super hard clay. I put that clay down when I was building the driveway, and that's why, as I said a while ago, this compost is going to be really critical putting it back into the hole, because that clay is just almost hard as concrete. So at least the compost will give the plant something for its roots to go into and give it some nutrient. Now I'm going to take some of our compost and just a little bit of our native soil, put down in there. We've got to grab some biotone, and I'm just going to use like probably a cup of biotone, sprinkle it all around. That'll give that'll add all of our beneficial bacteria and fungi. Then we're just going to give these guys a couple taps on the container. Oh yeah, got a nice healthy root system. You can break that up a little bit. It's not that matted up, so I'm just gonna tear it just a little just to get some of these roots separated. Drop him down in the hole. Then we're gonna backfill with mainly compost. I'm not gonna pack him down very much at all, just a light little tamp around it. As you can see, I kind of planted him up high. I don't want to plant any plant too low, but since we have to bring the mulch back up, I'd rather have them a little bit higher than too low. Get my bucket and my tag. Now we can take the mulch, come back right around the plant. Then we just do that 5 more times and we're good to go. Holy cow, y'all. That was some hard ground. I guess part of the old road bed was still right there, but it was hard and rocky. In fact, I gotta go get me something to drink. I'm sweating. I gotta get some more compost because I had to discard most of the clay and rocks from the hole and add only compost. So I don't have enough for those 3 guys up there, and I hope they're not in that road bed either. Good gracious, I'm going to get something to drink. All right, please do not be hard of ground as it was back there. Good gracious, I think I'm just going to do these in like a little triangle 3 kind of pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and move them out of the way and rake back all of this mulch right here, and pray that it's not that driveway rock bed again. And right there. And oh man, still in the stupid clay rock. Oh well, let's get it done. Okay, well, that wasn't as bad as I initially thought. Once we busted through that clay layer, we got down into some natural native topsoil. It wasn't bad at all, but go ahead and add my compost now, our biotone, and get these beauties planted. First, we'll just sprinkle in some of our compost into each hole. It's wet and it's kind of clogged up a little bit, So I always try to just bust up those clods, make it easier for the roots to penetrate down into the compost, and then of course out into the native soil, so it can get itself well rooted and established. Add our biotone. I'm gonna go ahead and mix the biotone in with the compost a little bit. Get our plant, give him a couple of smacks. Out he pops. Now we're gonna backfill with compost all around the root ball. Busting up any of those clods. Gently packing it in, but not too tight to where water can't penetrate and oxygen can't get down to the roots. Something about like that. Right there should be good. Got him elevated slightly. I'll wait and bring my mulch back in here in a second once we get the other two planted. It's actually really nice out here today, guys. After that little rain, it feels perfect. No bugs yet. That'll be to come as the days get warmer. Our friends the mosquitoes will be back out in full force, I'm sure, coming to pay me a visit and say hello after their winter break, which I'm not looking forward to, but I am looking forward to some longer days where I can do some more planting and get some more stuff done around the yard. Got a lot of projects I want to try to work on this year. All right, now we can take our mulch and bring it back in here. Mulch all up around these guys. Try to keep the weeds down. This will also help keep the soil moist while they get established. And we do have a sprinkler system in this bed, which we haven't got turned on just yet because, well, it's been too cold to turn it on. So soon we got to check all of our sprinklers, get all of our irrigation running. Then we're going to be in full summertime swing. So there you have it, guys. There's our orange crush dianthus right there in a group of 3, and then our 6 paint the town magenta Proven Winners dianthus down here. So we're going to add a couple more groupings of just who knows whatever comes in the nursery that strikes our fancy and might be deer resistant. We'll bring down here and do some more plantings, but I got just enough battery. Let's go over the hill. Let me show you that plant I was talking about. Check this beauty out right here, guys. So this is our native, and of course if you hear that screaming down there, that's the macaws in the aviary. They do it every time I film. I think they just watch me out the window, and as soon as I press record they start squawking. But look at this beautiful thing right here, and it's huge. It's been here ever since I can remember. As I said, it's a native. It has these beautiful flowers coming out like that, and then we have a dogwood that's a native also that'll be blooming here soon. Usually they bloom about the same time. The dogwood is a little bit behind. I hope nothing's wrong with it. A lot of dogwoods here in the area have been really struggling lately, so hopefully nothing's wrong with it, but certainly nothing's wrong with this beautiful thing right here. But just wanted to bring you guys down here. I want to do this whole hillside in azaleas, but the deer, of course, have other ideas. So they're just like a smorgasbord for them. Well, hey, my battery's about to die. I appreciate you hanging out with me on this video and all the videos that you do. Hit that subscribe down there for me. The more you know, the more you grow. See you on the next video.